Alright, so here is the end of game 1 against Simic Nexus. I managed to go off with Scape Shift, but they basically looped their Nexus cards over and over again, had used Nissa to animate their lands, and Tamiyo to find their Nexus of Fate cards. All the lands were then indestructible because they ultimated Nissa, and they kept on being able to put the Nexus of Fate in the deck, get it rolling, etc, etc, etc. So that's really like how it happens. But I wanted to try and sideboard and then figure out if I could find a way to beat them, go off before they do. So here's my sideboard. I ended up putting in Veil of Summer and Mass Manipulation to try and take their Planeswalkers, and Negate to counter Nexus of Fate. But that was about it as far as sideboard goes. So let's jump to the gameplay. So I got my first hand and decided to mulligan it, just a bunch of lands really, and 2 Selesnya Guildgates wasn't great. And then in my mulligan, I decided to keep, hopefully get some value out of Mass Manipulation, get a green source for Elvish Rejuvenator, and just keep going from there. So I kept with that, and we started to play. Decided to put the Angel on the bottom because it seemed the least relevant. I didn't really need life anyways. That was in there just kind of like as a hedge. So here we go. Starting off, got to play my gate. They get to scry. I got a big beater, which was also good, but unfortunately not the land that I was hoping for. And there it is, a green source. So now at least I can do Elvish Rejuvenator or the Gate Breaker Ram, kind of have something rolling, but I at least had some options now. Kind of a slow start, but I was working my way up. Have 2 of those blue sources that I need for Mass Manipulation. And you see my opponent here is kind of in the tank. There he goes. And there's the first Wilderness Wreck. And in a minute, you're going to see them say, good game. So I go ahead and play the Guild Summit because I want to start drawing cards here. So I get a card draw off of the Is It Guildgate. They are in the tank some more. There they go. They get Search for Azcanta down. They're just kind of going off. And they get Nexus of Fate. This is where they say good game. And I thought, okay, that seems a little presumptuous. But yeah, I managed just to basically play 4 lands and a Guild Summit, and the rest of this is them beating me. So if you want to see how Simic Nexus actually wins from a position like this, from, what is this now, turn 5, I guess? Turn 4, turn 5? Then feel free to watch the rest of it and see how it plays out. It was the second good game that really got me. That's where I went, okay, yes, I will sit here and watch you play the rest of this out just because you did good game twice in a row. It's like, I understand that most people would have just scooped up by this point, but I was kind of in it to see how they could beat me again from this position, and also wanted to kind of do it for science. And really, they should have some sort of timer that limits how long their turn is. I tried finding that at one point and couldn't, but I feel like if they had a timer between the previous match, which I let play out, and this match, they probably would have ran out of time. I can't say that for certain, but it did take quite a long time, and I've edited some of this video for clarity, so it's not the same length as the match took. And there you go. That's how they beat me. Not with a bunch of animated lands from Nissa, but with an amass token. I kind of wonder if they were trying to go for like a creative win, and so that's why they did it this way. But hey, that's how it works. So now you don't have to sit through the misery of Simic Nexus. You can just believe that, yeah, there's plenty of ways with Search for Escanta flipping over and Narset and they can always find it, keep on going, and loop their turns for the win. So that's it. Thanks. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.